Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's watch party for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That feels so good to say.
I
I'm
haven't heard
joined
that in a while.
today by our lovely community member, Sharon. Hello, and welcome, Sharon.
Hello, hello.
And to get us all started up, on YouTube, our sync point for today is going to be just after all the logos because there's some confusion with what version everyone has. So just as New York City appears is where we get... James Hellier, yeah, we're British. This is the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. It definitely is. But yes, as the New York City bursts onto screen after all the logos, just before the movie starts proper, that's where the sync point is going to be for today. And while everyone gets synced up, I'll start doing some shout-outs. Let's scroll on up. Let's see, who do we have here today? We have Mad Matt, ENIAC, Mr. Furzel, Lizardman. I teared up, Lizardman, when you said your spiel about how important the Ninja Turtles are to you. I completely agree. It's exactly the same with me. I've never known a world without the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Who else do we have with us today? That's Mad Matt again, Lizardman. You guys, you've been talking a bunch. We've got James Hellier there, Embry, Alex Peacock. I believe that's Chaosphere, Doug P, Brainwire, I believe. I've got a lot of initials because of the Discord name change, so forgive me if I'm getting your names slightly inaccurate. And over here on YouTube, hell if I know, saying righteous, awesome, bussin' over. We got Pac Madden, Jesse Flores, James Hellier as well, Pepchin, Ms. Swift, and Slasher Fred. Sharon, welcome with me again. It's a pleasure to have you. Do you remember the last time you saw this movie? Or the first time you saw this movie?
Oh, boy. I remember the first time I saw this in the cinema, and I do remember my life before the Turtles. It was an absolute treat to see this in the theater. I was in college, probably 21 or 22, seeing this in the theater, and it brings the kid out in me. I absolutely love it.
I'm jealous. Well, let's get this party started, shall we? Would you like to count us down to the start of this film?
Let's do a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
Press play.
And we
New
had a
York City.
glimpse of the Twin Towers and what it looked like in the 90s.
I do not know a world without the Ninja Turtles. Just like Lizardman has said, I grew up with them hard baked into my DNA. I had an older brother and an older sister, and my brother was the Ninja Turtles fan. I grew up with this on VHS, the 80s cartoon on VHS, and all of the NES games, the Mega Drive games. Good God, I lived and breathed the Ninja Turtles. And yeah, it was surreal for me because it was the Hero Turtles. James pointed it out earlier on. The word ninja was taboo in the UK back then. So it was the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. And this movie must have
Even
been
though
such a huge deal.
they're ninjas, you just couldn't have the name ninja in the title, and you couldn't say it. Is that it?
Yeah, so the opening of the cartoon was always Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Okay. And yeah, there's a comment by Phonic, the censorship is strong in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So
We've learned the error of our ways now, and they're the Ninja Turtles once again. They are more samurai, Pepchin, I agree, yeah.
well, it's interesting when this movie came out, I was in college, and this was at the end of the 80s, and we used to talk like this in the 80s, like Valley lingo. And so it kind of
Totally
faded
righteous.
towards the end of the night. Righteous dude. Oh, yeah, dude, and all of that.
How could we let that go away. That is such a
Well,
great way of talking.
this movie brought it back, and I tell you,
Yeah.
I still like using the jargon. It makes me feel young, and I still do. Dude, I love that word.
Oh, I believe someone mentioned earlier, but yes, I do have pizza with me today. I'm prepared. I came prepared. What's your pizza of choice, Sharon?
Everything. Just everything, nothing, all of it.
I feel so weird eating on stream. I don't like it.
Just don't choke and get into a coughing fit. But it is
I'll need someone to
pizza. Who
save
else
me.
is having pizza?
Hmm.
It's great.
Who brought a slice? Jalapenos and meatballs. Hell if I know. That's a good pizza.
Oh, yes. So we are introduced to April,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this was her first. This was probably one of her first roles because she was a relative unknown, and she has gone on to. She was in the Halloween Town movies, which I had
Oh,
those on an endless loop with my kids. Um, and she's done quite a few things in her career, but this is what I know her for.
oh, for sure. With that yellow raincoat.
The yellow raincoat and the frizzy hair.
How iconic are these characters? You can have literal darkness on screen and you know who's doing what and who's saying what. And even the first shot that you see of them, it's their silhouettes, isn't it? I mean, it's coming up. I'm spoiling the movie. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
I can't imagine how cool this must have been for Ninja Turtles fans going to see them in live action on the screen. And you're just seeing glimpses of them. You're not seeing the Ninja Turtles themselves. It's like, oh, it's a bit of Raph's head. That's his sigh. It's capital I iconic, isn't it?
Yes. Um, so I know that the turtles have been around for a while. This was my first exposure to them. And I begrudgingly went with my boyfriend at the time, and he's the same one that took me to movies like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, My Stepmother's an Alien. So he had that kind of eclectic taste, and
Yeah.
he dragged me to this, and I had not seen the Turtles before then, and this was such a great introduction. So fun, makes you laugh. Yes, we're going to be laughing a lot because it is so corny. See, here they are in silhouette,
Dudes and
but you know who they
dudettes.
are.
Still
Yep.
haven't seen them.
But we know there they go. There they
There they
are.
are. Such good
Righteous.
costumes as well. Like they're cartoony, like you expect if you're coming in from the cartoon, but they're so animated as well.
Jim Henson Company is the one that did these costumes.
You can always tell a Jim
Yep.
Henson production, can't you?
It's flawless.
It
I mean, I
is.
almost believe they're turtles.
Yeah. Not been topped.
It's such a thing.
Let's get this out of the way then. Who's your favorite turtle? Everyone has one. Everyone in the comments, let's hear them. Who's your favorite turtle? I'm gonna be the. Everyone's gonna hate me when I say who it is. Oh wow. Okay, so we're getting some answers already. We have. Oh wow. Let's scroll on up. We got
I don't
Mikey from
know.
Lizard Man, Leo from Mr. Furzel, Donnie from Alex, Michelangelo, Gamera. Casey.
Gotcha. Right on. See, I'm slipping back into that lingo. I love it. Right on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Dude,
be
far out.
Michelangelo from Jesse Flores on YouTube. We're gonna be back in the late '80s, '90s lingo in no time.
Oh,
What I always
those were
loved as
classic
well,
times.
the pizzas they had in the cartoons were always horrific. It was like sardines and anchovies, bro, and mushrooms and olives, and it was none of the cool, fun pizzas you'd have. This was also my introduction to a lot of the classic painters of the Renaissance period. I remember in school, whenever my history teacher would ask, "Does anyone know any Renaissance painters?" I'd be like, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello.
And then if you are supposed to talk about the background of these painters, you know, well,
um, well,
they're
I know Leonardo da
ninjas.
Vinci liked swords.
Yeah, and so they all have their favorite weapon,
Donatello did machines,
and
whatever that means.
exactly. I love Splinter. I
Oh,
love
Splinter's
Splinter.
great.
This
This
this whole
movie,
movie.
oh,
Go
this
ahead,
movie
dog.
has a way of making the sewer and sewer rats likable. New York
They do.
sewers. I wonder how many people went into the sewers after this movie looking for cool adventures and found only horror and nightmares.
Or how many people threw their turtles down the sewer in hopes that they would
Oh,
get
touched by
rejuvenated
ooze.
by toxic ooze.
Ms. Swift, it's all about Master Splinter. Yes, it
It is.
is. Look
And
how
turtles
animated they
dancing.
are. Like, imagine being an actor in these
Oh,
big, heavy rubber suits.
they make it look flawless, and that goes to the production value of those costumes.
Yeah.
Because you know they had to be form fitting, heavy because they're probably foam and latex,
Yep.
but they move with ease.
And in great synchronicity, given that they can
Yep,
probably see barely anything.
exactly.
Look at this. Look how inviting this sewer is. Oh, that poor actor having to skateboard on the suit.
Oh, that's true because their eyes are covered with the glass eyes.
I think their eyes are in their mouths. I think there's a few scenes where you see them like laughing and you can see their eyes.
Well, you know what? That's a good question because if you take, well, no, I'm guessing their eyes are up there and their mouths are
Maybe.
actually moving the mouth of the costume. But
Perhaps.
yeah, but their hands, they probably have to do the Vulcan salute to get their hands.
Oh yeah, to
It's
actually
just
move.
amazing. Oh, it's just no CGI here, man. That's dude. No CGI here, dude. That's just all costume.
Hell if I know. Mikey is all focused on the pizza guy's lateness. So
Yep.
would I. Look, where's my slice?
Yep. They had a 30-minute time frame back in the day, but I don't think they do that anymore.
Pepchin, these are not actors. They're real turtles, right? Hey, turtles can be actors.
Oh, that's funny. That's not sketchy at all, pizza guy. Dropping it down the sewer. Not sketchy.
I like how he's talking at the grate now. Words to live by. Never pay full price for late pizza.
That pizza looks good, actually.
Oh, is that the Noid? The Domino's Noid? Hey, critters!
Oh,
Of course, Raph goes and sees critters in the cinema. And of course, he's annoyed by it.
of course. There's no way critters. I mean, really. Of course he's annoyed.
Knock him down. Effortless heroes.
So Mad Matt posted a scene.
Oh, yeah. You can't
So
unsee it.
okay, so you can't once you see it, you can't unsee it basically. So is that the actor's mouth behind the
Yeah.
costume? Oh
It's
my
terrifying,
god.
isn't it?
And that's okay, that's probably coming up. So let's be on the lookout for this.
Oh, Casey Jones. I thought Casey Jones was so cool when I was a kid.
Yep.
How is he not weirded out by the turtle in a suit?
Because it's New York. What? Yeah. Hey, it's New York.
Yeah, you
But
got me there.
he's still got the jacket on, so you really can't tell it's a turtle.
What's your opinion on the Michael Bay movies from Pepchin? I didn't dislike them for that much. I enjoyed them for what they are. There are a lot of fun moments. My heart is forever with these movies and the original cartoon, and I've long believed that Michael Bay is systematically following me around and making movies based on my personal interests. He made a Transformers movie. He made a Ninja Turtles movie after I joked that he would. I think did he produce the Power Rangers movie? Anyway, the man gets his ideas from me. It's true. You can't prove
Are you
otherwise.
are you putting those ideas out there and putting all that energy out there that he's getting
Yep,
all of them and yeah, making the movie?
he's just making movies based on my ideas. Coming soon, Michael Bay's Extro. If it does, James, then you.
Did he make the new Transformers movie? I haven't seen it yet.
He produced it,
Gotcha.
but he wasn't the director.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Home run.
Imagine because a lot of people had no faith in this movie at all, did they? It was a cartoon whose toy sales were dwindling. The cartoon was off the air at this point, weren't they? Dom, can I explain cricket?
No, no, I think the cartoon was still on. But I don't know. I've never.
The
I hadn't
panhandling.
watched the cartoon, but I do know this movie had a budget of about 13 million, and nobody wanted to distribute it.
Yeah.
Nobody. Everybody ran for the hills. Um, but New Line picked it up for distribution, and if I remember correctly, it was a big deal when it hit the theaters, but in my mind, it was just low key because I wasn't into the turtles. But it went on to make about 200 million worldwide.
Yeah.
So, man, New Line just has a way of spinning straw into gold.
Sometimes they have a lot of hits and a lot of misses.
A lot of misses.
That's nice to see though. The fact that they took a risk on
Yeah.
a live action Ninja Turtles movie. Miss Swift
Well,
over on YouTube is saying that they have a puppeteer friend who crafted and wore their own turtle costume to conventions. Lots of breaks and water, and needed someone to guide him around. It's incredible. I have so much respect for people who create their own costumes and go to conventions like that. I wish I had the patience to do it.
oh yeah, the creativity to make your own costume and
Shredder
to
and
do
Elmo
cosplay.
are the
It's
same
amazing.
person? Pepchin
Yeah,
saying
I read that. So Pepchin says I still love the fact that Shredder and Elmo are the same person.
that's amazing.
Wow.
Kevin Clash. Oh no. Oh, not the baby. Not the, not the mama.
Oh, fantastic. Puppetry is it a dying art? It's not like it was in its heyday,
I miss puppets. I miss them
but
so much.
yeah. Oh, that's a typical kid. And that's what a
Yeah,
Walkman used to look like.
I had one of those
Mhm.
with those annoying earphone. Oh, when the metal
Yeah.
got slightly bent and made the whole headphones expanding thing completely useless, it was a pain. Don't do it, kid.
Yeah. And then
Don't do it,
the
kid.
foam would wear out. Yeah, there he goes.
Ah, you scumbag.
Oh, he's headed to the dark side. Typical New Yorker, though. April gets the crap beat out of her, and she's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So this guy is a typical cop in the movies. saying a lot, but not, he says a lot of words, but not really says anything. Spokesman, that's what spokesmen do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the rabbit ears on the TV.
So Alex
Is
Peacock on Discord says, if you miss puppets, did you watch Happy Time Murders?
I
No.
didn't. My wife did, and she said it's fantastic and a lot
I
of
have
fun.
heard good things about that. Uh-oh. The bad guy emerges.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Slasher Fred on YouTube's mentioning in the sequel, Donatello pretends to be a dummy in order to catch the criminals, and it reminds them of the scene from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Man, that's a comparison I would not want to make. Wait, did you get arrested for stealing some bucks from someone's wallet? Really? Handcuffs?
Yeah, what did he get arrested for? Not stealing the money from his dad.
Can you imagine that if your dad sends you down?
Send you, oh. Well, don't steal from your
Police,
parents.
my son just stole $10 from my wallet. Take him down. Teach him a lesson.
Boy, they can just blend in broad daylight. Put a hat on, a coat.
Yeah,
No one knows they're
when you wear your
turtles.
Humphrey Bogart outfit, you just disappear.
Yep.
Boosting stereos.
So how many sequel movies have there been? A lot, right?
Well, in this universe, there's 3 films, I think. There is
Okay.
this one, Secret of the Ooze, and the one I liked as a kid but don't talk about anymore.
Oh, okay. And so Mr. Ferzel says 3. And so
Yep.
Alex Peacock says technically 2 live action. Boy.
Oh, there I am with my drinking problem, wearing my soda.
Keep it off your shirt. So we are 20 minutes in.
3
And
did
for
suck.
anybody that has not seen this movie before, she is about to get the introduction to the turtles.
Oof. Got his sigh back. It's so
Okay.
great. Like with puppetry going on as well as these actors in the suits, having just a scowling, like snarling face while fighting is such a light touch, but it makes so much sense because when you're fighting, you don't see people like Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon be really stone faced while he fights. No, he emotes. And that's what makes the fights fun. Are you telling me the New York subway leads directly into the sewers?
Well, you'll see that in just about every big metropolis. Whether it does or not, it does in the movies because that's where they have to have their lair.
Yeah.
So that scene reminds me of Hellboy for some reason when they're on the platform.
That's one of the few scenes I remember from Hellboy, actually, because I've not seen that in
I haven't seen
countless
that
years.
in years. So it was either the first or the second one where they had the altercation
At the
in,
train station. Yeah, I think that
in
was
the
the
train
first one.
station, and he saves the kittens, I believe.
Even the alligators need access to commuter trains.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. How else are they going to get to places where they scare people?
Yep. Okay, yeah, that would scare the crap out of me.
What,
The
a
giant
4-foot tall
rats.
rat?
Yeah, mutated rat. The turtles not so much, but yeah, a giant rat looking at me. Oh yeah. Okay, so she is totally freaking out. Yes, Mad Matt, Robbie Wrist is the voice of Michelangelo. cute little Oliver from the Brady Bunch.
Ernie Reyes Jr. as Donatello. I thought I heard that. I actually don't know who voices these guys.
So Michelangelo is Robbie Rist.
Mm-hmm.
Raphael is John Pius.
Mm-hmm.
Leonardo, Brian Tochi, and Donatello is anybody know?
I've heard Corey Feldman in the chat.
Bingo.
Corey bloody Feldman.
Yep, Corey Feldman. A giant rat talking to me. That is the thing of nightmares.
So here's the thing, everyone in the chat, if you're fans of the cartoon and fans of this, do you prefer this logic that Master Splinter was Master, is it Yoshi, his pet rat, or do you prefer it that he was the master himself that got turned into a rat?
I think it's more in this universe. I think it's more plausible that he was a
The
rat.
pet rat,
He was a pet rat. Oh, look at the little.
just plopping around in radioactive material.
This movie is so ridiculously funny. Toxic waste turns cute little rats and turtles.
Hamato Yoshi. Oh, so apparently the IDW comics had Master Splinter be the reincarnation of Master Yoshi.
Ooh.
Of course, pizza would be their first words.
So how did they? Yeah, how do they know pizza if they're just like fledglings? Look at them.
Radical.
Look at fledgling turtles learning. Oh my gosh. This is so ridiculously funny. I love it.
It's charming as well.
It
It's just
is.
pleasant.
April probably thinks she has a concussion and is just dreaming all of this. Because there's no way there could be Ninja Turtles and a Master Splinter rat.
I want to believe. God, I had all the toys as a kid as well. All the video games, God. Even to this
Yeah.
day, my brother and I's a recent beat 'em up video game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge came out like a year ago, and we played the hell out of that game. Just so much fun.
I remember the I think there was an SNES game. And it
Turtles in
was
Time.
hard. Yeah, I think it was hard. I don't remember getting past level 2.
God, the music so good.
So, okay, so who has seen the sequels and how do they measure up?
I have seen both sequels. Secret of the Ooze, Ninja Turtles 2, is not as good as the first, and
Okay.
the third movie is an abomination.
And that's sort of what Hell If I Know on YouTube it says. They dropped
Yeah.
in quality sequentially.
The only reason to see Secret of the Ooze is for Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. Vanilla Ice makes a cameo.
Is there anybody else old enough to remember the heyday of Vanilla Ice? I remember. He did his lifespan on the radio didn't last very long.
He does something like I think he does something now, and I can't remember what it is, but like he does up houses. I think he has like a house flipping TV show or something.
Well, at least he's staying active. Good for him.
He's a real estate mogul. Yeah, Alex Peacock.
Really? Mogul as in successful? Okay.
I'd love to buy a Vanilla Ice house.
Good for him. Maybe I'll look him up. Okay.
Such classics as Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
I tried to get my kids to like the Turtles, and they seem to do a hard pass.
Wow.
And I reminded them when they were younger, I said, this is the thing of my youth. And they passed.
A friend of mine who has a young daughter, she's 5 years old. She's looking forward to seeing the new Ninja Turtles movie.
There
So
is a
she's
new
thought
one coming
there is a new
out.
one coming out. Yeah.
Okay. I will have to investigate that one. I have been looking forward to Insidious. The new Insidious I know comes out next month.
Mm.
And the new Indiana Jones movie. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I haven't. I said my goodbyes to indie back in the days of.
Yeah.
Well, I've only seen 3 indie movies. Let's just say that, and I
Wow.
will only see 3 indie movies.
Re-
Pepchin's
I mean,
saying his daughter likes them. Happy
I
Father's
get it.
Day, Pepchin.
Oh boy, it is Father's Day, isn't it?
There was
Happy
a card.
Father's Day.
Actually, it wasn't even a cartoon. There was a live action Ninja Turtles TV show that I watched as a kid. It was on a channel called Fox Kids for me in England
Okay.
in the 90s. It was like the early 2000s, I believe. And there was a female turtle called Venus de Milo. And it was,
Serious?
I'm serious. Yeah, it was
Okay.
strange. It was a Fox Kids thing, says Doug P. Yeah, if anyone remembers. Oh, the next mutation. Yeah, that's what it was.
Next mutation. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I remember that.
I'm sorry.
I was a kid. I was a kid. This is the point where I liked the third movie as well. So, yeah,
Interesting. Well, there have been a lot of mutations of the turtles. I mean,
there
everything
has.
from cartoons, every kind of show, movies, merchandise, you name it. Okay, so
That's
she has
that's what
to,
I'm gonna use.
yep, she has to grasp the reality that there are turtles in her house.
I just don't want you to see my unsightly bathroom right now.
Yep.
There we go. In the Discord chat, Mad Matt has posted an image of a weird-looking
Ooh,
Michelangelo and Venus de Milo.
oh, that just looks weird.
hmm
That, uh. And so Frag Lord says there is a Batman versus Turtles movie.
Oh yeah, yeah,
There is, huh? Okay, so Batman and Turtles live in the same universe.
yeah. Which means New
Okay, of
York City and Gotham City exist in the same
course.
world.
Yep. Oh, Sid, the rebellious kid.
Is that actually his name? Does he wear his name on his back?
I don't know,
That
but he
kid
had
is
on his
smoking a
shirt. What's his name?
stogie. Okay, as a kid, I desperately wanted to go to this place. It's so cool. You can
Isn't it
smoke
though?
stogies. You can skate on top of arcade machines and
And
just jam
kids
out.
and kids being
Knock!
unsupervised. Okay, his name is Danny. Okay.
Oh my god. And
Hmm.
gamble
So kids
with
can
Pepsi.
gamble and smoke
Neon
and
everywhere
wreak havoc
and
and
just skate.
skateboard. But who wouldn't want to be doing that as a kid?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Got any cigarettes? This kid who's like
Oh,
14.
look at that. Regular or menthol.
Wait, Sam Rockwell?
Yes, Sam Rockwell's the head guy.
I forgot that you were here.
Oh, he is fantastic. Oh, look at
Look
that.
at all that Pepsi.
Okay, now we got Doug P and Mad Matt posting pictures. I love Sam Rockwell.
Basketball hoop. I wanted to go to this place so
Yeah.
badly.
Well, this is where they scout for
Foot
These,
Clan members.
yeah, exactly.
The Foot Clan.
Sweep the leg. Oh, wrong movie.
We're gonna find a way to have that movie in this somehow.
Yep. Well, pull some strings, Dom. Maybe we can consider Karate Kid. Well, Karate Kid is basically
It's an
80s.
action movie.
It's an action. Can we call it sci-fi? Yeah,
At the biggest possible stretch, I guess
yeah,
it's
only in my
fiction.
imagination.
Mr. Miyagi equals a legend. Yeah, we can call it a
Legend.
fantasy movie.
Yes.
Look at how cool this industrial place is. Only thing that would make it cool was if it had a drive-in theater.
Well, can
The
you
kids.
imagine back in the 90s in New York, if that's the worst thing that kids did?
Oh yeah,
What I think our
boo
lives were
hoo! They play arcade games and skate in an
exactly. Oh,
enclosed environment
and they smoke.
and drink Pepsi.
Oh no.
Okay, and they join ninja clans. So I
You
guess
know,
there's
they
that
join the Foot
nib.
Clan and then they go wreak havoc because now they're
Look,
this criminal.
it's
Yeah.
community. They could be doing worse stuff. There's worse gangs they could join.
But look, that's awesome. Awesome
It,
costume.
it is. It's a great costume. The lighting on it as well, just that sheen, that glare.
So, who played Shredder? I don't have that in my trivia. I'm sure someone out there knows.
Carefully getting
Oh,
the cape over those needlessly pointy shoulder pads.
okay. Let's see who can come up with it first. Who plays Shredder? Because I'm assuming it's the actor and it's also the voice because he doesn't need a voice actor.
Unless the actor had like the goofiest voice going.
Maybe.
Tatsu played
Played
by
Toshishiro.
Toshishiro Obata. Just had been in Black Rain. His English was not great, so he was dubbed by Michael McConaughey. The voice actor who started with 80s anime dubs. Incredible.
Interesting. Ooh, Black Rain. Anybody remember that movie but me? I saw that in the theater.
It was the late 80s and the early 90s when voices went from like bad guy voices. Though in the early 80s it was more like, yeah, Skeletor. And then it became far more like Dr. Claw from like Inspector Gadget. More of a grim, dark,
Ooh,
growly voice. And
that
yeah,
was so
Shredder was
creepy
somewhere
there,
in the middle.
Tom. You can do voices.
Oh yeah, I should.
Yes, Black Rain is an awesome movie with Michael Douglas. That was, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, the Foot. A funky club for podiatrists. These days, it would be associated with weird foot fetishists rather than podiatry.
Well,
Mr.
she's
Furzel,
got the
if she was
connection.
a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Was that a line I missed because I was making a foot fetishist joke?
Yep, that's Bill
Or...
and Ted. Bill and
Oh,
Ted.
it's Bill and Ted.
I can just hear it in the Bill and Ted voice. Abraham Lincoln.
Every time I reference our boy Keanu Reeves in
Oh,
any.
Wayne's World. Okay,
Oh, it's
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Not okay. Yes, my mistake. I got Bill and Ted on the brain today. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Again, that's one of those movies that could only have been made when it was made. If
Yes.
you tried to reboot Wayne's World now, it would just be abysmal.
Well, and it existed only in that universe because it had been introduced on
Yeah, exactly.
SNL.
Yeah.
And if it was a standalone movie, um, would it have been as successful? Maybe not.
It's actually incredible that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have survived for so long in pop culture, given how tied to the 80s they are as well. Their lingo, everything about them is just 90s tubular cool, or 80s tubular cool even. And to this day, there's a new Ninja Turtles movie coming out later this year. It's surreal to me. Good idea, stick around, I suppose. But who would have thunk that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, based on a comic book that was for adults, would be so universally beloved by kids?
And adults. I saw this as
Yeah.
an adult and was just in awe. It's innocent and fun. Dude, there's a Ninja Turtle on the roof.
Even
Oh,
those little details, like he's got a scar on his cheek and on his shell. The intricacy that went into making these costumes, just so much love. That's Jim Henson for you, though.
yeah. And reportedly, he was not happy with the outcome of the movie, and he didn't want it as violent as it was.
I can understand that. Oh yeah, Fraglord, Biker Mice from Mars didn't make it. Neither did the Samurai Pizza Cats. It's gonna go down a rabbit hole of. Oh, what was the shark one now? There was a shark one, like sewer sharks or something? Street frogs.
Sewer Shark, is that, are you talking about a show?
Yeah, street sharks. There you go. Hell if I know. It says street sharks.
Street Sharks?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you gotta be kidding me.
Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh. Going down a rabbit hole now.
Samurai Pizza Cats, that is not a real thing, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's an
Who are you
absolute
gonna call if
rip-off
you
of
want
these guys.
pepperoni? They came before the Ninja Turtles.
Okay, so these guys ripped off
The Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats?
Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh,
Jawsome, the Street
Lordy.
Sharks, yeah.
Okay, so Madman, is that really a picture of the sewer sharks?
That's the Street Sharks, yeah.
The street sharks and okay.
Eek the cat. That looks more like it's made by the Garfield people.
But how fun. I mean, how fun. These cartoons were so much fun back in the day. I don't know so much anymore. But man, Saturday morning cartoons were the best.
Oh, yeah, there were so many awesome Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
poor, poor Raph.
Oh, yes, back to the movie. Oh, they're getting
Yes, back to the movie.
back to the movie.
There you go. He's back any minute. Those dastardly Foot Clan.
Is that their technical name, the Foot Clan, or was it like the Samurai Foot Clan?
The Foot Clan, yeah.
Okay.
fellow
Oh,
chucker.
oh, yeah.
That was another thing in the cartoon. I think it was just in
The
England, but
foot.
maybe it wasn't. The nunchucks were too closely related to ninjas, so he couldn't have nunchucks. He had this weird stick grapple hook thing instead. But luckily, in the
Really?
cartoon, they never used their weapons to hit anyone anyway. They were used for everything but actual fighting.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. The cartoons were geared towards little kids.
Yep.
Well, in real life, nunchucks are extremely hard to master.
Oh, yeah. I always picture, again, Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee with his nunchucks just kicking ass.
Oh, fantastic. Nobody did it better than him.
I'm going to find a way to put Enter the Dragon on the watch list as well, somehow. It's fantasy / horror.
Sci-fi horror fantasy. Oh, fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mad Max. There you go.
Yeah. Wheel of Fortune,
Oh,
dude.
dude, this is so much fun, dude.
Where's this guy just coming out there with loads of halberds? I love it. Just wisecracking while they're fighting.
Yep, and
Oh, the
mentioning
California roll.
Wheel of
That
Fortune
actually,
and
yeah.
Vanna and Pat Sajak.
I've never questioned it. Why is it that these New Yorkers sound like they're from California? Gnarly, dude. Totally tubular. I'm from the Bronx, dude.
Oh man, we used to talk like that in the 80s.
Wipeout.
Oh, those were the
The
days.
weapon caddy.
Oh, turtles, you're outnumbered.
But not outmatched.
That's right.
Oof. And this is what was important to this film that I think was lacking from the Michael Bay movies. And while the concept was still fun and it was still turtles being badass ninjas, it lacked a lot of the more kid-friendly aspect that I loved so much. It's part of my childhood, so it's always fun to see them riffing like they are. And we know that they're not in danger. They're the Ninja Turtles, they're gonna be fine. But they get hit, they make mistakes, they hop onto things and fall off, and it's comical. Jesus, Casey, your arms, man.
Perfect timing, Casey. But you know what? Isn't that, now that you mention that, Don, the beauty of movies like this is that's one of the reasons why it appeals to all ages.
Yeah.
Um, because we know the turtles are not going to actually die. They're not actually going to get seriously hurt. Although one of them does get hurt in this movie. There's not going to be a high death count at all. I
No.
don't think anybody dies. So
No.
we get a fun story and the kids can still watch it because I think this is rated PG, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Oh, Ms. Swift, I'm gonna use that. Always outnumbered, always outgunned, but always on point. Hell yeah.
Yeah, did you just come up with that, Miss Swift, or is that from somewhere? Because that sounds
This
familiar.
the soundtrack just comes in hard here. This is just awesome.
Oh, an answering machine. Oh, yeah, they used to be that big.
You can say that again, Chuck.
Man, he's he's a badass. Came into the rescue.
Yeah. Actually, now I think about it, I mentioned how bad guys going towards the 90s had more of a deep, growly voice. Kind of incorrect. Kang in the Ninja Turtles had the most squealy, whiny voice going. Shredder definitely had the more growly voice. But then there was Kang who sounded like this. So I guess it was, yeah, the progression from Skeletor to Dr. Claw. And the Ninja Turtles just in the middle. Yeah, Lizard Man. There's a lot of the comic arcs are in this movie, aren't they? Like when Raph gets beat up pretty bad. Doesn't that happen to Leonardo in the comics? I honestly can't remember.
And I can't remember. I know one of them gets seriously injured in this movie, and I can't remember which one. It's been a while since I've seen this.
And Pepgin, yeah, the new beat 'em up game is really good. Yeah, Shredder's Revenge, phenomenal game. So many references to the cartoon from the 80s as well. All the villains you can think of, Baxter, Stockman, everyone.
So, okay, so this movie came out in 90.
Yeah,
Masters of the Universe, and we did the Masters of the Universe watch party not too long ago, I believe. And the reason why a lot of the well, everyone passed on the distribution for this movie had a lot to do with the failure of Masters of the Universe.
yeah,
And that was also a movie that came from the cartoon or the comics. And
and the toy sales.
and so here comes this movie as well, and everyone's saying no, hard pass.
There's a lot that went wrong with Masters of the Universe. I still love it as a film. I think it's a glorious fun. It's cheesy and it's, oh no, Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Okay, that's one I didn't watch. What is this?
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. That's a real thing, Mad Matt. Wild West
Rustle up some
Cowboys.
moolah. Oof.
Well, Danny, you should feel bad. Splinter's getting tortured,
Yeah.
and he's
Poor
just sitting
rat
there
boy.
watching it.
This puppet looks so spindly.
I don't you almost feel bad for him? Like, oh,
Yes.
if it wasn't a puppet, I'd feel bad.
How many kids would have got the Grapes of Wrath like gag there?
Anybody who had to read the book,
True.
and I think we pretty much all had to read the book in school. I don't know if they're doing it these days.
Oh wow, Fraggle, getting into gargoyles now, are we? I want gargoyles back so much. Disney, give us gargoyles again. It's an easy win. A message on your machine. See, this is the kind of like simple plot thread that couldn't happen today. How would Casey Jones know about this and April wouldn't? Because answer machines don't exist. Well, landline phones barely exist anymore.
And we used to have answering machines in a box with a tape, and you'd have to press the play button,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody in the room could hear your message.
Yep. Oh, those were fun times.
Oh boy, those were the days.
Did you ever do the gag on your answer machine where you answered and went, hello? Hello?
I've done that.
I'm just kidding. You got my machine.
Yes.
Yep.
I think
I
we've
did
all
it.
tried that at one point or another.
I, I did it once and it was like my boss calling me. And they're like, yeah, you're fired, dude. My,
Oops.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? When they do it in the Terminator and it worked really well, it sounded
Yeah,
kind of convincing. She had it on her machine.
exactly.
It lends itself to saying, well, gosh, they did it in the movies. Why don't I give it a go?
Yeah.
Okay, so April is doing a deep dive
Comic
into the
book.
to the background of all these turtles and their psyche.
hmm I'm sorry, everyone. I can't resist anymore. This pizza's just calling to me.
Eat your pizza.
Mm. Mad Matt, how dare you? I have food in my mouth. Draw me like one of your French turtles.
He literally like ran Casey over, or did he jump
Yeah,
out of the way in time?
he jumped out of the way, luckily.
Okay.
Leonardo leads. Donatello does.
So
Make sure
Raphael's
he's
the one
nice
that
and comfortable. And
Raphael's
Raph's in the
the one
bathtub like a rag doll. Is there nowhere more comfortable for him than halfway in the tub?
maybe he's looking for water. I mean, if they're really turtles, wouldn't they need to live in the water?
Yes.
I mean, they are mutant turtles, but they would still need
Yeah.
water.
Oh wow, we are over halfway through this movie. I keep forgetting how quick of a pace this film has. But it's one of those films. It's a swift 90 minutes.
And it's fun.
No, they don't, says Pepchin. I'm guessing that's in terms of needing water. They're amphibious. Gotta keep hydrated. Oh yeah, Mr. Fuzzle. He's gonna cramp like crazy when he wakes up, for sure.
Mm.
Casey, why you gotta be so classically handsome?
And with that messed up hair, what do you think who do you think you are?
Yeah,
He's like a superhero.
grey sweatpants. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh yes, very chauvinistic, even for the 80s. As was the style at the time. That's what you deserve. I believe that was an actual uh, like mistake. Like that wasn't supposed to happen, but they kept it in because it's funny.
And perfect timing.
Oh yeah, perfect timing.
So, even their angst and their arguing back and forth. Of course, it's the trope that they're not really they don't really hate each other. They really like each other. And
hmm
it's yeah.
Has the mouth in the mouth happened yet, or is it coming up? Alex Peacock is saying the mouth in the mouth is on its way. Oh. Oh.
I think it's this scene, right? If we look close enough, maybe we can spot it. Yep.
Oh god, there it is!
That was about as obvious as it gets.
It's like looking into infinity and having infinity look back at you.
And there really is, well, I guess 1990, they started to have some, you could touch that up in post production.
Yeah.
But I mean, there it is.
They've stole a load of Archie comics. How could they?
Can you imagine a world where a criminal element sets up shop in New York City and their biggest worry and their biggest nemesis would be the Ninja Turtles? The only thing stopping them from world domination would be the Ninja Turtles.
And a rat.
And a rat. And I bet he's contemplating that right now.
Every cool movie from the 80s needs a training montage. These
Oh
stunt
boy,
performers. Oh,
yeah. That's like every Rocky movie.
yeah.
He's kicked down, he comes back fighting, and he has to train, gets better and stronger.
Chopping up the carrot with the katana.
Yep, and there's Lucy.
We're gonna need a montage. Yep. I'm not sure if that's smooth or creepy or both. Michelangelo coming in. Yeah, I could do with a back rub as well, mate. Get some
I
sword
don't think it's
joints.
creepy. I mean, it's just okay, whatever. Turtle
Oh,
wax. There you go.
turtle wax. Hey, she's enjoying herself. That's all that matters. That's a good point. Everyone would be pretty ripe at the moment. No one's really bathed or showered, and the Ninja Turtles lived in the sewers. I mean, look at Master Splinter. How is he looking grosser than everyone, even though arguably he's been washed?
Well, that's the magic of movies. You never actually see anybody showering, so you kind of figure they're smelly and gross, but they
Mm.
don't look it. They look fine.
Ms. Swift doesn't want to know what a swampy turtle smells like.
Teenage one, no less. Let's not forget
Mm.
that.
Lizard Man is saying that Leo always struggled with the stigma of being the leader, but they believe that personality trait for him is better to be more of the spiritual leader of the group. Yeah, I wish they went in that direction with Leo's character. I'm but I mean, coming from the cartoons, the opening says it all. It tells you who the characters are and what they have to do. And Leonardo leads.
That's a pretty good effect right
It's
there.
cute. Yeah.
It's he's transcending his body to show them a vision, or are they in a trance and imagining the rat
Hell if I
empire?
know. Saying great effects for the budget.
Yep.
100%. Help me, Obi-Wan Splinter. You're our only hope. Don't make the turtles cry. Don't
Oh,
make the turtles cry.
that was beautiful.
It was. It's a film about family.
Okay, now she's checking him out. Now she's interested.
Morning light does wonders
Hmm.
for a guy's complexion, apparently. Back to the Future. Wait, we've already done that movie. This scene right here is just New York. Just rain, flickering neon lights.
Well, they're
Very
getting the
nice shot.
most for their dollars in this cinematography.
The location scout, absolute legend, found so many good locations to shoot at.
And that outdoor shot, I could do some research real quick. I bet you that's a soundstage that they're using for the New York.
Could be a soundstage, could be the Universal backlot, could be anything. Definitely wasn't the streets of New York City.
Right. I bet it was yeah. So originally a tobacco farm. The
Mm.
cropland has been converted into 450 acres of longleaf pine stands in Curry, North Carolina. Oh, yeah, I did hear that most of this was shot in North Carolina.
Mm. Tobacco. The Simpsons.
Boy, the Simpsons have been around forever.
They have. Good God, they have.
Boy, that takes me back. I remember when they first made their appearance on TV, Tracy Ullman show,
Way back
the
when.
fledgling network of Fox.
Ew. Kid, why are you eating sewer pizza?
Ew. Did I miss the part where Danny? Okay, so they have Danny now. So now they saved him from the clutches of the dark side.
I guess. Giving a eulogy for the pizza.
Ugh. They could probably still eat it and not get sick.
But, yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Couple of days old Dominoes. Blah, blah. Gonna start a war in the sections in the comment section soon. Like, what's better, Chicago or New York pizza?
Oh.
Yeah.
And do they serve Chicago pizza in New York
Yeah.
and New York pizza in Chicago?
New York pizza, says Pepchin. Fight me.
Ooh.
Pretty sure I had deep dish pizza in New York. Yeah. I love
So
how
which
no one is going to say Italian pizza's the best. It's always
so
going to be New York or Chicago.
so so the New York pizza, correct me if I'm wrong on this, is the deep dish and the Chicago is the thin crispy? Or is it the other way around?
I'm English, so I don't know. That's, I believe it's the other way around, but I've
Oh,
been
okay.
told Chicago pizza is like proper Chicago pizza is thin. Hawaiian pizza is horrible. I am a defender of Hawaiian pizza. I am tired of pretending like it's not okay. He says with a pepperoni pizza in his hand.
And that's a strict pepperoni. You didn't put pineapple on it? Oh, you're missing out, Dom.
Oh no,
And I
it's
can
there.
say that you have a mouthful of food, so you can't fight me on that. But yeah, Hawaiian pizza is great.
Well, we're both fairly West Coast, aren't we? So we're horrible non-pizza people.
Yep. But it is an acquired taste, so I get that warm pineapple on pizza is not for everybody.
Midwest pizza, says Doug P, is kind of weird. There's some cheese that are really just like, that's just not good.
Yeah, that's a new one, Midwest pizza. Oh, Freiburg says
Oh,
Italian is super thin. So Italian is the really super thin.
out of beer,
Chicago.
switching to bourbon. Shawarma calzone. What are we doing? What have we made?
Shawarma. I love
Oh,
it.
I love that scene of Master
Isn't it
Splinter
great?
practicing as a rodent. No, Pepchin, don't unsub. Stay with us. I'll denounce Hawaiian, I swear. You have to stay with us to convince me it's worth denouncing.
So we're having a live action flashback.
Yep. He was a construction worker?
Mm.
Karate.
Um, a killer rat.
We also have Nutella pizza? Oh, it gets very Kurosawa in this flashback, yeah?
Okay, so here we go. Only so Doug P. Okay, it's specifically St. Louis style. A
Okay.
close cousin to Chicago thin crust, St. Louis pizza has even more cracker-like crust made of unleavened dough.
Mm.
Okay, that all sounds good. It just all sounds good.
Oh, the music. It was definitely, Dog P, it was definitely shot on a different film grain. Because I'm watching it in fairly high definition. You can see the difference in the film grain, so it may have been 8mm. I suppose with
So,
such a cheap budget, you would have had to. That were probably some of the final shots, filmed, because using different film grain would have probably not been their first choice, but affording more film, eh, hey, I've got some 8mm in my garage, we can use that.
and maybe it had to do with the location where they were shooting and the lighting.
Could be. Many factors. Because
Hmm.
it was dark. Clearly, it was very dark. A
Hmm.
soundstage, probably. Or someone's garage, or a warehouse.
Who is on his shirt? That's been driving me crazy. Anybody know?
That's a good question. Oh. Shay Guevara?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the Shea shirts that I'm.
Yeah, Danny's
Yeah, iconic.
shirt.
It's Danny's shirt. It's not the Shea shirts that we're used to seeing. So maybe
Sid Vicious is a
Sid
common
Nancy.
answer. We got Ms. Swift and Mad Matt. Several people saying Sid.
Yeah, that could be. Sid and Nancy were all over the place in the late '80s, so that could be it. That would hurt those pipes, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. I'm just curious what they're discharging into the sewer. Just steam?
Hmm. That's, yeah, that's compressed gas, man. That's hot. Yeah, Frog Lord. It's just, yeah, it's just like smoke. It's nothing bad. But in a real New York tunnel, that would not be good.
I'm the guy getting you out of here.
Oh, they saved him.
Oh yeah. I wonder if the puppeteer was because they had to have been close by at least to puppet Master Splinter there. So was there someone with their hand in his back puppeting him, or was there someone with a machine nearby? Either way, they cut at just the right moments.
That would probably, the technology back then was probably a hand in the back.
Probably. I miss a good puppet.
Boy, they were, yeah. So when are we doing
Oof.
Labyrinth? Labyrinth was a great movie for puppets. Oh
At
my
some
God.
point. At some point.
Yep.
Labyrinth was one that we watched a bunch. My sister, in particular, promised me that I'd be taken by the Goblin King.
Really.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. I think she wanted it more than I did.
But you were probably too young to realize it was just a movie, not real.
Oh, yeah. Be good, or I'll get the Goblin King to come take you. I'll be good.
Boy, that is a young Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Ms. Swift, my sister believed I was the baby. Well, I was her younger brother, so I was the baby in the film.
Yeah, what's the age difference between you and your sister?
15 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So very similar to the movie because she's a teenager with a baby brother.
Yep. And she was forced to babysit me on a routine basis. One of
Oh.
the reasons why I have so many 80s movies as my childhood movies to this day, my brother and my sister, they raised me well. There are very few, like, New York accents in this New York based movie. I guess most of our heroes aren't based in New York. The Ninja Turtles should have a New York accent, but they're very Californian.
Maybe they were born in California, brought to New York, tossed down the drain. Boy, there's just so much we could question.
Oh, yeah.
And I love to do deep dives into the psychological aspects of a movie, but there are some movies where you just can't. You just, this is just one that you just enjoy, pure and simple.
Oh, yeah. Suffering from shell shock. I was mocking his puns. Okay, now I can't unhear Corey Feldman. All I'm seeing is Corey. Oof.
Yeah, by 1990, Corey Feldman was, oh, that's a nice head duck. Right into the turtles in the half shell. But yeah, Corey Feldman was, I think, he was a young man at that point, over his
Yeah.
80s kids um, streak.
I just love the jovial music when ninjas are fighting on the rooftop and it's just this cool.
Gosh, when you think about how low this budget was, 13 million,
Yeah,
they really made it work for them.
given that probably 10 of those 13 million went into the suits,
Yeah, the costume design, I bet.
they put the money to good use in this film. It's a very good use.
Yep. Yeah, 1990, they still didn't use CGI all that much, and they really only use it, I think, in post production at this point. So they're still full of practical effects, which is just wonderful in this movie. The Shredder. Okay, Dom, give him your Shredder voice. The Shredder.
The Shredder.
There you go.
The growl. Guy the Dark Hero beat them on budget, for sure.
So Alex Peacock says this was post Abyss, but pre T2 and Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Abyss had the James Cameron budget, so they could do a lot of the CGI in camera.
Mm. Let's hear my James Avery voice. Oh, maybe one day.
Oh, come on.
The only voices I do live are clearly my uh, David Lynch impressions that you all mocked me for last time, saying I'm not as good as. Who was it? I can't remember who I came second to.
I gotta
Naomi
say
Watts.
that was a great watch party last week. You and Rocco killed it.
Oh, I've been wanting to do Twin Peaks for so long. It's in my soul, like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Being able to watch it with every one of you, it's
Yeah.
just glorious. Oh yeah, Shredder does have some great shoulder pads, Ms. Swift. This looks like the Universal backlot.
Yeah. Didn't they get rid of Universal's backlot like a
I
year
don't think
ago? I think
so.
they
Maybe
demolished it.
I haven't been there for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody out there know, I had seen some videos that all of these famous houses from these TV shows like Bewitched were
Mm-hmm.
demolished.
Oh, that's a
I think that's
shame.
Universal. But I would not be at all surprised if this was a lot of matte paintings for this background too.
Oh yeah, the backdrop for
Yep.
sure. The rat.
It had a name.
Never fight in anger. Did Zorro teach you nothing?
Use the force.
Right?
Oh, wrong movie. Oh, no, dudes. Dudes, why? Oh, yeah. I'm pumped for this scene. Oh, yeah.
Alex Peacock, never overextend your thrust. You must master your rage, or your rage will master you, Miss Swift. Definitely.
Another good quote.
Mm. Wait, did the rat scratch up his face?
Yep. You.
Imagine your mortal enemy is a pet rat of somebody.
Ooh.
I love how mindlessly Splinter just lets this guy fall into a trash compactor.
And didn't we all know the way he was announcing his thrust, he was going to fall over the edge?
Oh, yeah. There he goes.
Yep, there he goes. No, no. I'm invested in this movie. I'm invested.
Casey Jones, you monster.
No. He just, man, no heart. Just crushed him.
But like Ms.
Yes.
Swift is saying, it's okay, kids. He survives. He's back for the sequel. That does look like a painting now.
It almost does, but I could also see it. That is probably a backlot.
Yeah.
Oh, the news, of course. Took them long enough. There was only a fight going on the roof for like 10 minutes.
Right.
And this is before the 24-hour news cycle, I believe.
He's returning the $10 he stole.
Oh, that's right, because he stole it from her wallet.
I swear to God, if you went and joined some crazy ninja cult,
You
I
weren't
told you
with
this
those
would happen.
turtles, were you?
Casey Jones
Yay.
wins. Crushality. Do you only have one cop beside you, dude? Like, why are you giving him all the instructions?
Yeah, pretty much. They let everybody else do the fighting, and they'll come up and clean up after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lizard Man, nice for the cops to show up after the turtles did all the work. So that's all it took for these guys to turn good again.
For their leader to be usurped and crushed in a trash compactor.
That's it. Yeah, we give up. Cops, hey, go to our warehouse. We give up. Aw. Aw. All right, dudes. That's what they should say.
Dudes and dudettes.
Dudettes. Bodacious.
Bodacious!
Oh, boy. I love it. Gnarly. Radical.
Radical.
Oh, totally tubular. That's how we talked in the 80s. For sure. For sure.
just coming up with slang.
Yep. And who was it earlier that posted a picture of Piccoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High? That's so the 80s.
Oh yeah, Fast Times is such
Yep.
a
Fast Times.
cowabunga. That's a common thing in these movies, the Ninja Turtle movies. Splinter always has like the last line, and it's always a gag. I made
Is
a
it?
funny.
So that's a running theme. Yay!
Everybody, that was the Teenage
Yay!
Mutant Ninja Turtles. What a movie! And what a the ninja rap, like just ending it for us. Oh my god.
That was
The
fantastic.
memories.
I feel like a fangirl all over this movie. I love it.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
Uh, well, as we're wrapping things up, Sharon, would you like to give us your review while we let everyone else have a few words, and I'll read them out after you take us home.
Yeah. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up, dude.
That's yeah, definitely. You have to have a review with some kind of 80s 90s slang
Exactly.
in there somewhere.
Thumbs up.
Ms.
Frankfurt
Swift is
said
saying
it
we need
shouldn't
to
work,
watch.
but totally does. Yes,
Yeah,
it totally works. Totally.
need to watch Rad or or something. Yes, Rad. Riff Tracks are doing a Rad riff in Fathom Events cinemas in America soon. So anyone
Ooh,
who likes those kind of things, I personally love them.
I love
Go and
that.
see it. Turtle Power from Lizard Man for sure. Everyone, that is going to be it for us for this week. We will be returning in 7 days. This time, Andrew still isn't back. He still is letting me dictate everything that goes on. And so next week, we'll be watching The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. So that's going to be something
Ooh.
I personally absolutely adore. And I hope
Ooh.
everyone will enjoy it with me. Until then, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will see you in 7 days. Catch you later,
Bye-bye.
everybody.